Hello, everybody. What's up? Happy Wednesday. This is Mercury Day. For those of you who do not know me, I am Shara Prophet. I am certified in clinical hypnotherapy. I am the founder of Open Door Hypnosis and the Be Magic School. So today we are going to talk about why it is possible for you to have whatever you want because you already have everything that you need to get it. Hello, everybody. What's up? All righty. Have whatever you want. All right, y'all. So as you come into the room, please do feel free to share this message. Okay, there we go. All righty. So I am not just going to give you airy-fairy metaphysical reasons why you can have everything you want because you already have everything you need to get it. I'm going to actually give you some scientific supporting background on why we actually already have everything that we need to get and create whatever we want. Because a lot of people will get caught up in, well, I've been trying to do it and I've been trying to do it and I've been trying to do it. And we talked about that yesterday, what that mindset means and how you can crack the code to that. And I gave you a free guide that I'm going to put in the comments after this video is done as well, so that you can have access to how to do that. Okay. Now, what does that mean that you have everything, that you can get whatever you want because you already have everything you need to get it? What does that mean? That means that the human body is made up of many complex systems, a lot of which scientists, people in the medical field are still figuring it out, especially when it comes to the brain. Okay. So I want to quickly just move through the different systems in the body that lets us know that anything that we want to create, we can create it. When you think about the people who created the airplane, that defies gravity. But something inside of them said, listen, I think we can do this. If birds can fly in the air, then why can't we model what a bird does? Why can't we model their anatomy in some type of way and create that so that it can hold hundreds of people? Okay. Everything that we utilize today, this computer that I'm on, okay, the cell phone, the internet, all of the things that before they were created seemed impossible, right? And these people, yes, they were smart, but so were you. So are you. And a lot of the inventions that we have today, some people couldn't even read when they created these things. They just believed so deeply and were so passionate about doing it, they found a way to make it happen. Okay. The reason why we have the ability to create is one, it's been encoded in our DNA. Whatever, whomever started off our civilization as a race of humans, right? As humanity, saw fit for us to be able to be self-sustaining. And that's what we have become. We have become a self-sustaining race of people. Everything in the world, we've built it. The things that we use on a daily basis came from other human beings. These other human beings were not superior to you or me. They're not superior. They're human beings. They're just like us, right? We're all the same. We are all one. We really are. The only difference is that some people have more drive than others. Some people believe in themselves more than others. Some people take the time to really tap into their dynamic power. and crack it open, and they're not afraid to delve headfirst into their creativity, into their dreams, and go after what it is that they want. And they will not stop until they get what they want. And once they hit that milestone, guess what? They go in and they do something else. Something else comes up. Another idea is coming up. And a lot of people who are always coming up with ideas, they always got something going on. They're building something, they're creating something. That's because they have said yes to that creative flow. They said yes to it. They've allowed themselves to be a vessel through which that creative energy can come in and manifest itself into a 3D form. So the more you say yes to the ideas, and not just say yes to them, but you also implement them, you also start the activity to get them done and bring them into form, the more you're going to get from that collective consciousness, from that universal mind. Okay. We all have the same access to it. No one has more access than another person. It's just that some people are more open to receive the message. The message has a way to get in. They're open to it. They probably meditate. They are probably saying, I'm an open vessel for creative, through which creative endeavors may flow through. When they get the idea, even if they can't move on it immediately, they know how to grab it and stamp it and say, I'm claiming that, I'm going to do that. Okay. It's almost like patent when you patent an idea. Okay. So even if you don't go to the office, that government office, and get your idea patented right then and there, right? You can still patent the idea collected, in your consciousness. You can say, "Ooh, that's a good one. I want that one. I'm gonna do something with that. I'm gonna patent that. That's mine to do." Okay. But if you do nothing with it, if you don't get started on it, if you're not thinking about it, if you're not putting energy behind it, if you're not asking for more guidance on it, if you're not getting the wheel in motion, someone else is going to pick it up and they're going to do it, because it has to come into form. It has to. This is the thing about creation and what we call the creator. It is ever expanding, ever evolving, and it must come into form. It must continue to create upon itself and upon itself and upon itself. That's why we have like over 8 billion people on the planet. Okay. Because that's the cycle of nature. It has to keep replicating itself over and over and over again. That's the way the universe works. Again, when you understand this, then you become fully aware of what your purpose is here. Your purpose is to create. Your purpose is to make things happen. You don't have to create the next MacBook laptop. Doesn't have to be, everything doesn't have to be on a gigantic scale. Maybe your next quest is to create a community garden or put a garden in your own backyard. Okay. Maybe it's that, but there's no creation is too small or too great. As long as you are open to receive the idea and you're available to do something about it, and you take the necessary action to bring it into fruition, it can be yours. Okay. Now, let's get into the biological reason behind why we have everything we need, which is why we can get everything we want. Okay. You have everything you need to get everything you want. First of all, the brain. So you all know my main focus, my passion is the mind, behavior modification through reconditioning old programs that are non-beneficial or no longer needed, so that you can override those old programs and create new ones to improve your life, to help you reach certain goals, overcome certain challenges, heal the physical body, heal emotional wounds. Okay. So at the top of my list is brain functionality. This is the center of your creativity in the physical body. Okay. This is where the imagination is housed, your ability to plan, your decision-making skills. It holds all of the information about the past so that you're able to reflect upon it and also use it for informational purposes and references, right? Is where your knowledge is stored. This is the brain allows us to generate new ideas. It allows us, and when you tap into the mind, because the mind is the non-tangible part of the brain. We can't see the mind, right? The mind is this energetic field that is housed inside of the brain. Okay. So when we tap into that trance state, right? When you get into that trance state, meaning you've bypassed the critical part of the mind that protects the subconscious program from accepting any and everything in, right? Once we bypass that critical field, and we open up a gateway through which the conscious mind can talk to the subconscious and they can begin to come into agreement and they become congruent with one another. That is when you enter into the superconscious, the God mind, which is where all things are possible. Anything can happen. Where this is where manifestation happens and the materialization of the manifestation begins to take form. Okay. So just that alone, the brain's ability to do that alone is one reason why you can have whatever you want. Because the first Hermetic principle is all is mind, the universe is mental. Okay. And most people are going to go straight to manifesting physical, tangible things. But in reality, you can manifest your ability to quickly move through situations that once held you back. Okay, maybe they held you back and kept you in a state of resentment and unforgiveness. They held you back by keeping you in this place of being angry and hypersensitive and anxious. Okay. That would be my first thing, if that's something that you're dealing with. That would be my first thing is like, you know what? I'm going to manifest my ability. I'm going to awaken my ability to protect my energy from outside forces and sources and to heal the wounds that have triggered that fight, flight, freeze response that causes me to go into protection mode where I won't let anybody in. I won't share my ideas. It keeps me stagnant. That would be my first thing, is to manifest that ability to heal. Okay. Now, mind you, I got into the whole healing field, the whole healing business, so to speak, because I started out manifesting things, money, right? Being wealthy was huge for me. That was like, that's the main thing that I wanted. And when I kept hitting brick walls to that, I said, okay, what do I have to do to break through this barrier, to crack through this so that I can actually realize my dream and my goal of attaining massive wealth? I will do whatever it takes. And I remember this conversation very vividly, as if it just happened yesterday, when it was probably like about 15 years ago that it happened. Okay, maybe a little bit more than that, actually. Yeah, about about 16 years ago. Okay. So from there, this whole journey opened up for me. That's when I started realizing I needed to meditate more. I started journaling and writing down all of the traumas that I experienced as a kid, started seeing a therapist, and really started doing the inner work. Practice celibacy for like 3 years and all of that type of stuff. When I asked that question, all of a sudden the mind opened up and it expanded, and all of this information came in. The answer came as to how can I begin to get to this point of attaining massive wealth, because the way I'm doing it isn't working. All right. That is one thing. That's the brain. That's one thing that is biologically inside of us that allows us to attain whatever we want. The next thing is neurotransmitters. Okay. So these are the chemical messengers within the brain. And there's things in there like dopamine and serotonin, and these influence the mood and our motivation, which is very vital to creating new things, okay, and for us to um, sustain whatever it is we're doing. Dopamine is linked to the brain's reward system. So this is the reason why we get up and go to work every day, because we know we're going to get a paycheck, right? Or you get up, and if you run a business like I do, you make sure you service your clients, you are available for your clients, you make sure that people know about your services, so you get up and you market and you promote. You go out and you network and you go to conferences and things like that. You write books, you create courses, you show up on lives, okay? Because of the reward system, whether that's money, whether that's seeing the results of your work, seeing other people have amazing results because of the service that you provide. Okay. The dopamine, it also enhances your focus and your drive. The more you're focused, the more you're driven, the more motivated you are to show up every day and complete your tasks and complete those projects and bring that manifestation into 3D form. All right. So we talked about the brain / mind. We're talking about neurotransmitters, the messengers, the chemical messengers in the brain, the dopamine and the serotonin that work to keep us motivated and driven and excited about what we're doing because of the reward. Okay. Whether it's a tangible reward like money or some sort of award, or whether it's just the fulfillment that we get from completing a project or seeing other people get major results from the services and products that we provide. The third thing that is already encoded within us, these are our senses, our sensory system: sight, hearing, touch, taste, smell. Also connected to the brain. It sends necessary information to the brain about our environment. Okay. It lets us know what's around us. What can I use? What do I have at my disposal right now in front of me? I want to create, for me, I want to create a new class. Okay, what do I have right now in front of me? Oh, I have my own life experience. Okay, great. Oh, I got my cell phone. Oh, I got my computer, right? Oh, I have these different systems and tools that I use to help me craft my courses. I have a place where I house the courses. Oh, now I can promote the courses. Okay. If you make furniture, maybe you're going to spend a lot of time in an environment that has all of the raw materials that you need to make your furniture. Okay. Whether you go to a specific supplier or whether you have an axe and you live in a heavily wooded area and you chop down your own trees to get the wood that you need. Okay. However, whatever your environment looks like. If you're a musician, right? You have your instruments. You need to tune your instruments for you to be able to play the music to make it sound good, right? If you are a painter, you rely on your vision to mix the colors. You have different colored paints and brushes and different mediums that you use to create this new picture. These are your senses that you're using. You have that already at your disposal. You don't have to do anything. You ain't got to pay nobody for it. You ain't got to ask nobody, how do I use my hearing? How do I use my fingers to make this and that, right? You already have that. The fourth one, your endocrine system. So the endocrine system houses your hormones like your cortisol, which is related to stress, your adrenaline, that's your fight flight responses. Okay. It can affect, and all of this affects your creative output. If you get too much stress, it can inhibit your creativity. It can make you not want to do anything because you're just so overloaded. And maybe it brings on fatigue. Maybe all you want to do is lay down and watch television, smoke your weed and drink your alcohol and eat your bonbons and just space out because you're just so overloaded. Okay. If you have moderate stress, though, it can actually motivate you and enhance your creative output because now you're more alert, you're more focused. All right. Especially if you're kind of like under a deadline. I know a lot of people who work very well under deadlines, very, very well. Especially like the closer they come to the deadline, the more that creativity kicks in and they produce some of their most amazing work. And that works for some people. You can't fit everybody in a box and try to make people get started way earlier so that they avoid that. Some people operate really, really well under high stress environments. Okay. So it's going to affect people differently. Sometimes being in moderately stressful environments, when it's like a little bit of a press on you, it gives you more space and time and room for you to think outside of the box as well. Okay, so that is the endocrine system. All right. And then we have our physical health, we have our body, we have our wellness, right? And the more you take care of your physical body, getting the proper amount of exercise, having a balanced diet, I'm not one that's going to tell you to only eat healthy and clean. I believe that if once you form a healthier relationship with your body and you know how to communicate with the body, you know what the body is telling you when the body is communicating with you, then you can really listen to your body and your body will tell you what it wants to eat. And that's a whole nother conversation, another video, but your body will tell you what it wants to eat. Okay. You don't have to go out here and do every cookie cutter diet and become a vegan and all of that stuff. Like if that's your, like me, with my blood type, I'm supposed to be vegan. Okay. I'm not, but I'm supposed to be. My body does best when I'm vegan. I am mainly plant-based, and every now and again I will have meat. Okay. But when you understand your physical body, which you can achieve by tapping into it, by getting still, quiet enough, and start opening up that conversation, that dialogue between you and your physical body, because the body is highly intellectual, um, organic computer machine. All right. It's AI at its best. Okay. Um, you can tap into the physical body and get all of the answers that you need for your wellness and your health. Okay. As long as we take care of this body is going to perform for us. It's going to heal itself. It is going to make sure that whatever we need it to do, it will obey as long as we listen to it and give it what it needs. If your body is telling you, I don't want any food today, you don't go eat because it's been programmed inside of you that you're supposed to wake up and have breakfast, that you're supposed to eat lunch at a certain time, or you're supposed to have this amount of water because that's what's been told to you. If your body is saying, yo, I need a break, I need like 2 days. Just give me a little bit of water or just nothing at all. I just need 2 days. Or all I want is fruit. Or all I want is, we're going to not eat anything until 6 p.m. And then at 6 p.m., I just want like a salad and a little bit of fish. Like, listen to the body. The body will tell you what it needs. Sometimes the body needs sugar. I know people who are just staunch about, I won't eat any sugar at all, not even fruits. Okay. And then they end up having physical issues in the body because the body is like, I need some sugar. I need sugar. Maybe it's not Skittles types of sugar. Maybe it's not bread, but maybe it's a peach or a plum or an apple. Okay. Or some honey. Listen to your body. Okay. The more physically healthy you are, the more you're going to notice those creative boosts. Okay. If you've ever been really, really ill and sick, you know that your energy levels are very low, you're very fatigued, you're very tired. It's very difficult for you to focus on the things that you need to focus on in order for you to create whatever it is you're trying to create. So the body is number one, really. It should be at the top, because without this physical body, it can't hold a brain. It can't house the endocrine system. It cannot house the nervous system. Okay. The sensories, the neurotransmitters, it can't house any of that if we don't have the physical body. Emotional intelligence. Now, this is more intangible, but emotional intelligence is you being self-aware. That's all emotional intelligence is being self-aware. Somebody tried to tell me that emotional intelligence is not a real thing. I'm like, okay. We give names to different things. We assign names to all types of stuff. Why do we do that? Because we are creators. We are gods in the flesh. And we create terminology to explain what we do. Okay? So emotional intelligence, self-awareness, having control over your emotions. That's basically what it is. And everybody does not have that. And it does need to be taught. I had to learn it. Okay. Getting into hypnotherapy, going to a therapist, studying myself, studying human behavior helped me to improve my emotional intelligence. And every single day, I am getting better and better at that. I'm not perfect at it, but I continue to do the work every day to become more self-aware, to have more control over my emotions and my mouth and my temper, because I used to have a really bad temper. Okay. I used to have a lot of rage issues. I understand certain things on a very deep level. Okay. Which is why I'm so heavy and so deep into this type of work, because I have to use it to heal certain things as they come up. Okay. The subconscious mind, right? Your subconscious mind is where The majority of your creative thinking takes place. Remember, the subconscious mind is not a thinking mind, so to speak, it's an emotional mind. And it is the emotions that drive creativity, right? The emotions is what really drives the vibrational frequency that creates things, that brings things into the 3D form. Okay. The subconscious is an emotional mind because the programs are housed in the subconscious mind. Those programs were formed from some emotional space, whether it was a joyful emotion or a painful emotion. Okay. The majority of the thought process happens on a subconscious level. And it is during the times that we are like in meditation or a deep trance that we're able to process and connect information in certain ways that are usually not possible when we're in our wakened state, when we're in our conscious thinking. So we're able to tap into deeper realms and levels of our existence. We're able to see across the veil. We're able to tap into other realms and dimensions. And we can pull information from those realms and dimensions. You can put a whole system together when you are in a nice deep trance state. You can pull whole systems together and basically take a snapshot picture of it and then pull it out and create. I do this all the time. You do it all the time too. Because we have everything that we need to get any and everything that we want. Okay. So, real quick recap. I'm going to wrap this up now. The human body is made up of many complex systems that allow us, that gives us the capability to create whatever we want. These things are encoded inside of us. We have access to it every single day, all day, 24/7, moment by moment, second by second, millisecond by millisecond. We are creating. I talked yesterday about how quickly you can change your tune, your idea, your vision for your life. You can quickly change your experience for the best or for the not so best, right? So today we've talked about 7 systems that are naturally encoded with us. We don't have to go out and get it and grab it and buy it and ask nobody about it. We got it here, right inside of our bodies. The brain functionality, the brain and the mind, right? Neurotransmitters, okay? That is the dopamine, serotonin. Sensory systems, okay? Your eyes, your ears, your nose, what you taste, touch, okay? The endocrine system manages the stress levels, is how we deal with stress and how we can sometimes alchemize the stress as a motivating factor for us or to help us think outside the box. Physical health, your physical body, you already got all that. You got your physical body. Okay? Take good care of it, and it will perform for you over and over and over again. Your emotional intelligence, self-awareness, the ability to control your emotions and your reaction to the stimulus around you in your environment, and the subconscious mind, the emotional mind, where all of your programs live. You have the power to tap into that subconscious and to recondition your program. You have the power to transmute and manipulate energy. Okay. There should never be a time that you feel like you don't have everything you need. If you ever start to feel like you don't have everything you need, or those thoughts start to come into your head, I encourage you to come back to this video and listen to this again to be reminded that you have at least 7 things to help you get what you want today. Okay. All right, y'all. So I hope that this has been helpful for someone. I am going to leave my free guide to how to use negative affirmations to create positive cash flow down in the comment section. I'm also going to leave the link for you to check out the Mystical Money Mastermind 2.0. We start on May 9th. It is an amazing group where we go through many subconscious reconditioning tools, manifestation tools to help you realize your financial goals. Okay. So I will see you all again in another video very soon. Please do share these videos. They are very helpful and insightful. I know that they are. I don't have to hope that they are. I know for whoever is listening to this, whomever has tapped into my realm, that you walk away with something useful that you can start implementing today. Every time you see me, or every class you take with me, or any piece of publication that I have released, I know for a fact that you are getting great value from it. Why do I know that? Not because I'm being arrogant, but because I do the work to tap in to the collective consciousness, to the universal mind, and I do open myself up as a vessel to receive the information that is helpful for all of humanity, or for those who are ready to receive it. And it is because I do that that I'm open, and I receive it, and I implement, and I bring it into manifestation, into 3D form, to where the rest of the world can access it. Because I do that, I know that it is helping others, and I also get amazing feedback from the people that I am honored and privileged to work with. So I'll see you all in the next video. Have a beautifully blessed Wednesday, Mercury Day. See you soon. Bye.